me.
What's up, Internet? Corey Zamer here, back with another weekend adventure in video game hunting. This week, we're going up, or down, I guess, to New York, to the Stormville Flea Market, Stormville Airport Flea Market, whatever the fuck it's called. Supposedly 600 plus vendors. It's really early in this morning. I'm hoping, I'm praying that I find something, but if I had to set a goal, there's one item I've been looking for recently, and that is the Pikachu edition of the Game Boy Advance SP, which I've been looking at online, and it's pretty expensive, more than I want to spend on it, and most of the versions online are pretty roughed up. They're not in the best shape, but I'm hoping to find a good one today. Probably not gonna happen. Like, that's a needle in a fucking haystack right there. But if I had to make a goal, if I had to make a want, I think I just spit. That's it. Let's go.
Yeah. Yo, we bringing it back 8-bit style. Listen, where we go.
How much are the games?
Depends on which ones they are. So, PS1 are 3, the GameCubes are 8, and Wii are 8, and the Xbox, that's 8.
We bringing it back 8-bit style. Listen, where we going now? Where we going now? Just give it away, give it away, give it away now. Just give it away, give it away, give it away now. Just give it away, player. Here we go now. Tell me what you really want to do. Go ahead, ma. Talk to it, talk for me. You look like you can really give it to it. From the way you talk and the way you try to walk for me, the way you really try to put it on the dog. Doing it like you never did before for me. The way you break your back and I break your neck, and the way you try to put it on the floor for me. Come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah, tell me what is that? Let me address y'all one time when I knock that down and I hit you with that. That bomb shit. Y'all know all day we be making it flop. Y'all know every time we go through this motherfucker we always making it rock. So let me blow this. Y'all know all day we be making it flop. The way we make it hot and make it nigga wanna stop. Get money then cash that check for me. Oh my bitch, just bust your tech for me. Everybody from the neighborhood bang your head till you break your motherfucking neck for me. Yeah. It's that classic street right here. Listen up. Bang your head until you start to break your neck, player. Break your neck, player. Break your neck, player. Bang your head until you start to break your neck, player. Break your neck, player. Break your neck, player. Get it on now. Let's put it down, player. Run and bounce back and you know I done caught my breath. Y'all all know how we do when the way we bang in the head and we do it to death. Reach for that box, boy. The fireball, you know we making an ounce. You know you love the way we bring the music, making you bounce. So pick it up just a little from every time we come through. Know that we did it for y'all. And the way we give it to the people, know that we always give it to y'all. I said bounce. In the daytime and the night when you're creeping along and you bang this shit up in your truck and you break your neck, motherfucker, trying to pick up my clothes. See the way that we come right through? We be always blowing the spot again and again and making it really wanna stop. Better tell your crew, your peeps, somebody better get they troops on and gather up your soldiers. You know you better keep your boots on. Everybody in the place, wave your hands high now. And the way we put it down, make it the one everybody really wanna try now. So what you really wanna do? Just place your bets and put your money where your mouth is. Everybody in the game, just break your neck and keep on bouncing. Yeah. Representing the old school, mixed with the new school.
Hey guys, just wanted to shoot this part really quick because there is one item that I picked up this week that I probably won't have for later today when I do the regular pickups overview, and that is Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker for GameCube. This is the Player's Choice Edition. I do not collect Player's Choice. It actually kind of disgusts me thinking of having a Player's Choice game in my collection, even though this is in really nice condition and it's complete. So I'm going to be trading that into Sam, hopefully, and yeah, that's pretty much the only one I'm not going to have, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Welcome back, Internet. What a weekend. I would even call this weekend Flea Market Madness, but I'm pretty sure I can't do that. So this one is probably going to be called Flea Market Insanity. Holy shit is all I have to say. Holy shit, this was all from the flea markets. And let's just get right into this, because what the fuck. You saw it in the footage. That was a lot of footage. I had to edit down from about 120 minutes is what I recorded. So I don't know how long this video is. Hopefully I don't have to cut it into 2 parts. I really don't want to. First up, let's take a look at the first pickup I got at the flea market. I picked up 2 games. She was a little higher in her prices, but she also did not know what she had. And for most of these PlayStation 1 games and whatever games, I'm going to have to replace the case on because the cases are fucking destroyed. But oddly enough, the discs are in pretty good shape. The first one I picked up, I got Digimon World 3 and Pokemon Coliseum. Now she had, I believe you could hear in the video, she had like all the GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2 games marked at $8 regardless of what they were. But the PlayStation game she only had marked for $3. So right before I went up there, I know there was another guy that like stormed off because her prices were insane. And also on her CD she wanted $3 or 2 for $5, which is pretty high for CDs nowadays. Now, I paid $10 for these, which is basically a discount of $1. But this is like a $20 game, and I wanted it. I wanted it. It's complete. It's not greatest hits or anything, so I'm happy about that. I picked this up. I'm not the biggest Digimon fan, but I know a lot of the games go for a decent amount, and I wasn't wrong on this one. This one's like a $40 game, which is ridiculous. Went a little bit further down, and in the video I believe you can see me standing next to another guy picking up video games, and unfortunately I'm over the Sega bin when he's over the Super Nintendo bin. And he, I believe, had in his hand Battletoads Double Dragon or something like that. Yeah, Battletoads Double Dragon. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but there was a point where he put the games down, and a little part of me was just like, I wanted to reach my hand out and just grab the game stack, because he had like a stack, probably about 5 or 6 Super Nintendo games. And I know Battletoads Double Dragon was one of them. And I just wanted to just reach out and grab them and just be like, how much for these? But I didn't. I'm too nice a guy, and that's really shady, so I didn't do that. But I ended up getting a consolation purchase from this dealer. I picked up for $3 Vector Man with the manual. I never played this game actually, but maybe it's fun. Looks like the graphics were a little bit ahead of its time. And probably at that point, the best deal I had found of the day. There was another guy over there. I think I just missed out on a PlayStation 2. He was carrying around a PlayStation 2. Looked kind of familiar. Maybe it's one of my subscribers. Maybe I've seen him at other tag sales. I don't know. But I did pick up a stack of PlayStation 1 games, and one of these is really obscure, I feel. Versus, I played this way back in the day, and this is like one of the worst fighting games of all time. I'm pretty sure. It says super fast smash and slash action for fight fans. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I'm going to try this one out. I'm pretty sure this is like the slowest, most awkwardly controlled fighting game I've ever played. I also got from that dealer Reloaded. Still has a sticker on it. I have to, like I said, I have to replace these cases, so I'm not bothering with removing any stickers or anything. and the real deal out of that was Resident Evil 2, and all those are complete, and the discs are in pretty nice shape, but like I said, the cases just kind of have to replace them. I'm not sure how I'm going to replace this one. Don't know if I have a double disc case to replace it with yet. But for those 3 games, I paid $4. That's a pretty good deal, seeing as Resident Evil is like at least a $15 game. And the other ones are like Versus is worth nothing, and it's also impossible to look up on eBay. At least maybe I should have scanned the barcode, but like typing in Versus just brings up a whole bunch of Marvel vs. Capcom, SNK versus, you know, a whole bunch of those games. Went over to another booth, and he had a, I believe it was it Fire Orange, Fire Red? I can't remember. You saw it in the video, hopefully. N64, but he wanted $75 for it, and I looked through all of his games. He had a stack of Dreamcast games. They were all individually priced. I picked out the only one that I felt was like really reasonable, and that was Shadow Man. I don't know if it's a good game or not, but I need it for the collection. Only paid $2 for it. Pretty good deal. Then there was a whole bunch of wandering. I had pretty much gone through what I would consider the video game loop, and I was wandering around, and I didn't think I was going to find anything. I looked through a stack of CDs, and I found these two, Crash Team Racing and Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. And unfortunately, I didn't realize this until I got home. They were only $1 each, but the Crash Team Racing I was more excited about because I played this back in the day. It was a lot of fun. The disc is in there, the manual's in there. It is in a PlayStation Underground Jam Pack case. So I'm not really going to be able to hold on to that. Unfortunately, that'd be like the most impossible random thing to find, is the back cover, and for that, it's not going to happen. I accept that, but for $1, not bad. And Ripto's Rage, really nice condition. The disc is even in nice condition on that one. Actually, I probably broke up the order a little bit, but this is just the PlayStation 2. I ended up getting it for $20 there. Left behind the cords and the controllers because at the time I really didn't want to have that extra bulk with me, even though I ended up going to the car soon after and dropping off a whole bunch of shit. I did run into Sam at the flea market. I forgot to film any footage, sorry. I was actually planning to get Sam in this episode. I got there a little bit before him, but he still found some decent shit there. But anyway, I dropped my bag off at the car because it's overflowing at this point. I have too much stuff, and luckily I brought a second backpack. I went back in for round 2 of this flea market, Stormville Flea Market. Amazing. It continues to amaze me, and you'll also see, I guess the first thing I should show you, at the same booth, I don't know if I got it on film actually, but at that same booth that had the Spice Orange Nintendo 64, he did have a dog bone controller that he had listed for $18, and I didn't think he was going to take my offer, so I offered him $15. I wanted to offer him $10, but I knew he was just going to say no to that. I offered him $15, he took it. This thing is in fucking mint condition. Looking forward to playing some Nintendo games on this. Still don't have a top loader, but I see top loaders go sometimes that's just like system only, and I'm perfectly okay with spending $15 on the dog bone controller ahead of time. And at the same booth where I missed out on Battletoads Double Dragon, I swung back around just in case, he was still unpacking at that time, so maybe he pulled some other games out. And it looks like he did find some other Genesis games that were worth picking up. One of them I picked up because I've always liked the Cool Spot series, and both of these do come with manuals actually. I paid $5 for the 2 of them, so $2.50 each. Got Spot Goes to Hollywood and Sonic and Knuckles, and this thing is in nice condition, although I do have to say, when I got home and I started looking through everything, this had a spider in it that was just like chilling there that ended up trying to kill me. But I won, I'm still here, I'm not dead yet, so that's cool. And that wraps up Saturday. Oh, no it doesn't, because Pokemon X and Pokemon Y came out, and I put fucking 8 hours into this game already, and it kind of kills me that I'm not playing it right now, but I'm dedicated to this YouTube thing, so Gotta get these videos up. Got these both from GameStop. I had paid for these mostly in credit that I had from when I pre-ordered the Wii U. So I only paid like, I think it was like $15 to pick them both up. The rest was all credit. And they gave, with when you pick up the game, the Pokemon Through the Years little canvas poster, I guess. And it's pretty cool. I really don't know where I'm going to put up anything though. Like, I still have so many posters that I'd like to put up in this room, but I need more shelves first, because I'm not going to get these posters up and then finally get shelves for other parts of the collection and then knock all the games down and almost break them all just now. Whoa. And we're back. Whoa. First thing I'm going to show you, you did see, I hope, very clearly some of the games I got. First thing I'm going to show you is some of the anime DVDs that I went back and spent $7 on. I got 3 pretty cool looking box sets. One of these shows I've heard a lot of good things about, and the other one is Galaxy Railways, which looks very familiar. I'm pretty sure this is related to another anime that, something about Galaxy Express. I'm not sure, this might just be the TV show version of it. You hear a lot of good things about that, and Heat Guy J. And here I have the Season 1 or Collector's Edition Volume 1 and Volume 2. And these are pretty cool. And for all the anime, I just spent $7. She wanted $3 each, but I only had $7 left in my wallet, and that was good enough for her. When I went over to these games, I saw this is the same woman I picked up Super Star Wars from. So I'm going to have to visit her booth at the flea market more often, because it seems like she's getting games in. Not sure with what regularity, but she had some gems this time. Some gems that I used to have back in the day, and one that I almost left on the table because I was so excited. The first one, I never played this game. This is Oddworld Abe's Exodus. I believe this is the sequel. It's a sequel to Abe's Odyssey, I believe. Very interesting, like, puzzle strategy game, I believe. Never played it. I know I have the Xbox version, I believe, or is that Munch's Odyssey? I don't know. I don't know anything about the Oddworld series, but I know that back in the day it was highly acclaimed. Really well received when it came out. And I also picked up a game I used to have, Parasite Eve. This is complete. The case actually isn't in bad condition. The discs are a little bit scratched, but I'm assuming everything will be fine with them. Even has the Squaresoft 1998 collector CD. And I spent $3 each on all these games. And this was actually the first game I saw at that table, and I was super excited because, like, this is the shit I dream of, finding, like, my PlayStation 1 RPGs that I, like an idiot, traded into GameStop back in the day. Getting those for a decent price, very happy to have that. And I almost left the table with Saga Frontier still there. This is a game that I never owned, but I rented multiple times from Blockbuster. And I enjoyed this. You could play as, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different characters. And this was, like, along the lines of, like, this had come out, like, right after Final Fantasy VII, when the Squaresoft hype train was rolling in. And everybody was, like, really into Squaresoft games because they were the makers of Final Fantasy VII, and everything they were shitting gold back then. Even though this game was not as well received, it's still a lot of fun. One of the characters you can be becomes a superhero, which is pretty cool. Spoilers, I guess. And for all that, I paid, well, it was also included in that, I also did pick up the Mega Man X4. It was disc only, and I did just trade that to Sam for some booth credit. And I also traded him, as you saw earlier, the Legend of Zelda Player's Choice Wind Waker that I found. And for some of that credit, I picked up a Dreamcast game, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which means I could actually get rid of my PlayStation version of this because I don't want to have multiple versions of the same game. And whether or not this is definitive or not, I haven't looked into, but I'm going for a complete Dreamcast collection, so it only makes sense to keep the Dreamcast version. Obviously, I don't need the PlayStation 2 version if I got this. So that's going to do it for this weekend adventure and video game hunting. I do not believe I have anything else to show you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And keep it real, Internet. I gotta play some Pokemon X and Y. And you probably should too.